Well, first off, I want to thank my coaching staff, and I think they did an excellent job of putting this class together. Um, you want to say we got off to a late start because of our playoff run, but really this recruiting process started in back in the spring, and I think the way that we do the recruiting process and being organized the way we are, I think it really helped us put this class together. Um, even though we were in the playoffs, we were able to we already had our guys kind of pinpointed that we wanted to go at. And I'm really excited about it. I felt like that coming into this class, it's probably not going to be a huge class, but I felt like that we needed to sign a lot of players on the defensive side of the football. If you look at our depth chart right now, kind of going into next year, we have a lot of seniors, especially on defense. I think we have 14 seniors on defense. So if you look at the signer list there, you're going to see that we're a little top heavy defensively, but that was by plan. So we went and got filled the needs that I felt like that we needed to go out and get. And we're still, even though today is signing day, the recruiting process never ends in Division II football. So we'll still be looking for a few pieces. I feel the thing about it is right now we got 96 guys, 95 guys, I think, right now in spring ball, and that's the most we've ever had. So like we got a good base, we got a good foundation right now. And now that makes it where we're able to go out and get quantity. No, wait a second. We were able to go get quality over quantity.
Spring season.
I think I'd like to say that it did, but to be quite honest with you, I felt like that, recruiting's changed a lot. I think the dynamics of recruiting has changed, and very difficult, regardless of going into the playoff run. Now, were we able to get recruits to definitely recognize who we are? Yes. I didn't feel like it was any different. That we were able to get some guys maybe that we wouldn't in the past because of our record. I don't know if that was really the case, because it is very difficult this year going out recruiting. It was one thing about the MIAA. Not only is it very tough during the season, but the season just it carries over into recruiting. It's the same type of battles, and and kids nowadays, they're different. They're a lot of different things are important to them. I think that our recruiting has definitely changed from where it was at 5 years ago to now, because of, like you said, we're looking at those fringe guys that have an opportunity to go possibly to a higher level in FCS or even an FBS school. So when you lose out to those schools, you expect to lose to those schools, to be quite honest with you. But it's nice to know that we're recruiting the right type of guys as far as talent level. But then for us, it's so in depth with going and checking on the players and really kind of getting to know them and their families and the type of character they bring. And it's not a perfect science in what we do. I'm sure there's going to be mistakes made. There are every year. Nothing's perfect, but very excited about these guys, and we feel like they're definitely our type of guys. That's exactly right. I mean, that's the one thing, I guess, at the quarterback position here, the standard's really high. And if you look at our last two starters, they've broken every passing record known here at Emporia State University. So we might be a little bit peaky at that position, and we lost some guys early to those fringe guys that we lost to bigger schools. So we were able to take advantage of going and getting a player out of Michigan. A lot of times in recruiting, it's digging. You're turning over every rock trying to find players, and you're watching film. And where Coach Drudick was able to find this quarterback, and then Coach Coling had a connection up there with somebody at Michigan State who knew the kid, and that's kind of how it all transpired. We were able to fly him in, bring him down on a visit, and he was very impressive. So we're very excited about him, and he's a typical quarterback that we've had here. He's academically, he's very, very strong. He understands the game very, very well. He's a coach's son, and he runs similar type offense that we run. So yeah, we'll go wherever we got to go to get that position. As you know, it's been very important to us with the turnaround of our program.
Is that you think?
Well, I think the big key for us was getting the 4 linebackers, and because we felt like going into this year that was where we definitely needed to get some depth, and like very pleased with all of them. I think they all bring something different to the table, and we were able to get 2 players out of Kansas, Will Mingarelli out of Pittsburgh, who's Shrine Bowl participant, and then also Jace McDown, also top 11 pick, Shrine Bowl pick as well. Both those are players. Both those players are very, very good. And then also Clayton Goring out of McPherson, Kansas. So I felt like going into this year, there were some good linebackers in state. And, we talked about that and had some guys pinpointed, and we're able to go out and get them. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it really is. It's I talk about it all the time, to be quite honest with you. I mean, I'm not real good at it. I know that I need to do it. But the social media has just changed the game. It's changed it. I mean, from I think it changes how kids, what they think about recruiting now. And they're able to see other players that maybe they've went against, or they might feel like they're better than, that maybe gets a Division I scholarship. So they feel like that they want to wait around for a Division I scholarship, or they want to go to a junior college to have that opportunity to go to Division I. Everything is so, just from Division I to the signing ceremonies and the pulling out the hat stuff, and I think it's a big day for student athletes. I really do, but I think social media has changed it. I think sometimes it's changed the what's important to players, to be quite honest with you. I mean, what really is important? Is it about the show? Is it about who can make the biggest splash? It's just, there's a lot of positive things about it too, but again, I think it's changed the game, and as a staff, you need to be involved in it, and if you're not, you're going to get behind, because that's how players are communicating nowadays. I think I'm very excited about the defensive players we got. I don't know, as far as like singling out a position, we've always had, it's always been very challenging for us to get good high school defensive linemen. And I feel like that the 2 that we got, our interior guys, I'm talking about interior guys, they were top 5 on our board, and we were able to get those 2. So, and they very excited about those guys. And then, as I said, having a lot of players at the line, being a deep position, going out and getting a lot of linebackers. I'm excited about those guys. We had some guys over there on defense too that were getting recruited by Division I schools that were able to fall back to us, that we're really excited about, that could have an impact for us early. Well, the best thing about our transfers is every one of them are here and enrolled and going through our winter conditioning right now, which I think is vitally important, because they are going to be able to understand our culture, the way that we do things here. And I think all of our transfers are going to be able to make an immediate impact for us. Now, I'll know more again after spring football, when they're able to, when that part of the off season starts. But all those guys from Lewis Daly, teammate of Morris Williams, plays receiver from Kilgore, I think is going to pick up where Kowalski Irvin has left off. He's going to have that opportunity. And then we're able to get an offensive lineman out of Dodge City Community College, and Cole Cruz, that's going to provide depth and have an opportunity to play inside, whether that be at center or guard. And then Logan Thompson, who was a transfer from K-State, is big body, good looking football player, tough, hard nose, going to bring a lot to the table, coming from a great program like Kansas State. And then you have Fernando Joseph, who was got playing time at Louisiana Monroe, is going to come in and provide depth at safety, especially with us losing Brandon Gintz. They'll be. The thing about it is with these guys, they all know they got to earn it. They all have to earn playing time, regardless of whether they're transfers or not. And one thing that's made us, I think, successful is that we have a lot of players at certain positions, and there is a lot of competition there. And competition is going to it's going to make players better. Well, yeah, a little bit. Now we've had a staff meeting and talked about, now since signing date's over with, and we can kind of take a deep breath and now focus truly on here and what we got to get done here in our winter conditioning. And Coach Weezer, our strength conditioning coach, has been doing an excellent job with the guys. But, it's kind of like payday for the coaches. You put in a lot of hard work starting back all the way back in the spring last year through the summertime, watching film, and, the days that we would pick out on certain positions to watch all day long, to going out on the road, and getting them here on visits the Saturdays and the Sundays, and being very busy and being away from your families. So it's nice for it to all kind of come to an end, or a slower process, and kind of feel good about the players that we're able to put together in this class. And as I said, my coaching staff has done a great job in putting those miles out on the cars and hitting the pavement and really working the phones and doing what they need to do to go out and look for our type of guys. Again, I've already talked about the linebackers, right, from Kansas, and we have Cole Baird from Silver Lake, another Shrine Bowl participant. I don't think since I've been here, we've signed a player from Silver Lake, and I know the type of program that they have there in high school. They do a great job, and I think he's a typical Emporia State football player. He's tough-minded. He's going to work hard. He's definitely one of our type of guys, and I'm very excited about him. He can play a lot of different positions. We're definitely going to look at him at safety, but he is athletic and could, if I wanted to, I could steal him over there on offense, but those defensive guys aren't going to let me do that yet. Zach Cahill, wide receiver. And as you know, one thing about we've always been able to get very good receivers here at Emporia State University. Guys want to catch the football, and why wouldn't you want to come here and play receiver? And I think both Zach Cahill, to me, is got a chance to be a very special football player. I think maybe if you look at him statistically, you're going to ask, well, why did you guys recruit him? I think he had 9 catches. We have guys who might get 9 catches and a half. So, but the thing about him is he's tall, he's long, he's athletic, and as you know, we like speed guys here. He's a track guy. He's going to help our track team. Been on the 4x400 meter relay team at Olathe East. I think he has got a huge upside. And I was Mark Golovsky from Bishop Miege, another. It's always good when you're able to get football players that come from a prestigious program like Bishop Miege, where they played for 3 state championships. I think they've won 2. So he's going to bring a lot to the table just for coming from that program. You know what type of work ethic he's going to have. And I think, again, he's going to be one of those players who's going to come in redshirt. And then on down the road, when we get him into our strength conditioning program, then he's going to develop into the type of player that we expect him to. Kyle Rink, to me, he's the sleeper of the bunch. He played quarterback in high school. He played at Independence High School, then went to Olathe Northwest, and then now he's back at Independence playing. He played football at Olathe Northwest, and he came back and played in the spring. Right now he's playing basketball there at Independence, and I think he's very explosive athlete. There was, again, talking about social media, there's a picture of him going and dunking, nice dunk in a basketball game. Long athlete, can play multiple positions. These are guys I like. I mean, we're recruiting him as a D-back, but he could play receiver. He played quarterback in high school too. Very talented football player. Could also play corner. Very excited about him. I think he is going to be he's got a chance to be a great player in the MIAA.